will split the pieces!
No surrender. You bow, or you break. On the move.
Die! So you can't
true. Heading there. your end. I'm ready.
Du vita est, spes est.
Need to act fast. Moving. Got it. Let's finish this. Your time has come. Boom! Concentrate. Bleed for me.
The rot is cleansed. Come. We must.
Can you believe this is my first time in the Underdark? The world is so big! First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful. Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic round here, right?
The Underdark, as if we didn't face enough dangers back up on the surface. I don't know what you mean. It's nothing, really.
You know, I've been thinking, and nothing big or terrible, just a small little detail about me that hasn't come up naturally. It's just that I happen to be what's the best way to put this? A vampire. And by rights, I should be cinders, blowing in the wind. But something's protecting me. The same something that's kept us from turning into mind flesh. But that's neither here nor there. What matters is everything's out in the open now. Because we trust each other. Exactly. I knew I could rely on you. Just like you can rely. Now, was there anything else? Why do you insist on exhuming? I was a slave. Perhaps I still am. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't. We can't. And yet I This worm is a powerful little beast, isn't it? Oh, don't be so glum. Look at the power. I can walk in sunlight, trespass upon any home. Granted, the looming doom is an issue, but why not enjoy the benefits while we can? So it would seem. Hopefully he bumps into some gnolls while stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him. I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped. It seems Cazador wants me back. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with... He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn. And he became my tormentor. I'm not happy about it either, you know. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me. Well, he didn't mention... And now he sends a Gur monster hunter for me. It's a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back. Aha! Safe! You think I... Do you know the power? A vampire... He can change shape. Turn into mist. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you. First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight. It's simple. Just find a vampire. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire. People think the biggest threat to a vampire is The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. So why would any vampire give up control over... Trust me, it doesn't happen. I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, if I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador. I'm glad to hear it. Whatever's coming, we need to keep our options open.
Quickly then. What creatures thrive in a lake this dismal? Alas, time for chatter. It greets you with a harrowing elegy, cheerless as the new moon. The music shifts, still melt.
Do you hear?
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. But before this, I have another boon to...
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among myconid dead.
near.
More busy work. That's royalty for you. Everyone's their servant.
I ask a boon. The drow lurks in the room.
Perhaps Amelia is right. I should get a mask.
Might be enough to cover rent. Well?
Dead. Worthless old fool. He had one bleeding job. Collecting noble stock. That not no more though. I've yet met, and best of all, it cures my dangerously underweight purse. I'll find my way out.
What lies within? A book on flump-free production. The inhabitants of this plane hold peculiar interests.
I will take my pick.
No, I cannot leave.
You recall the Fairsress, the energy of the Underdark. The Myconid might die if isolated from it.
I will refresh.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon. Thank you. Good God. It hardly has any effect. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. What I am is a walk. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover. I am, after all. We enjoyed each other's company. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, Mistra keeps us in. I sought to cross her boundaries. Though not, I think. I tried to convince her. Inconceivable as it's... We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head... Suffice it to say, I obtained an obscure... It was a fragment of primal... What if? I thought. What if? After all, I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in Rome... I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
There are important matters to discuss.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in. Into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling, its teeth, its claws. It's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And God says it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. This Netherese blight, this... As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, remains quiet. Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my stuff, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep. Every waking moment. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, once I'd step out of the protective aura of the artifact. I would consume some midnight tears, and with a bit of luck, I'd manage to make it to a mind-flayer colony so that when the... Wouldn't be a heroic end, but coarsely poetic enough in its justice. That is... You truly are a soul that steals my own. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I stand at a precipice. But if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. Now, even I am tired of the sound of... What's on your mind? I know what it is to hunger. And I know what it takes to keep that hunger under. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt. If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no... I will find the remotest place on the surface of Fae. I will await that death. I promise I will not betray your trust. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls. Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our esteemed company am I stepping in for? Wonderful. Lead on.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Assume nothing. A welcome reprieve.
Well met. He brings to mind a story, an old fairy tale my father read to me. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story... The farmer's dearest fruit, natural. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think? And given the circumstance, I'd do it again. I had but one road I could travel. For now, you have a dozen. 100. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. Let's make this happen.
That orb seems powerful. What can it do once it's extracted?
Nothing good can come of it unless it is contained. Why?
It might be useful. Who knows? Careful, I bite.
I can't take much more.
Over here. Don't mind if I do.
Action, not reaction. An efficient path.
The pride of the gate.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Repositioning. Speak and listen.
Sir Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets. I'd join you, but things are looking a tad crowded. You'll need to make room for me. Wonderful. I would...
So, do you have loves waiting for you once this is
You
all
know
over?
what? That is not the easiest of questions for me to answer.
You mean just waiting? Like a lovesick puppy? Short-term amusements are much less hassle.
What a day.
Eager for battle. A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
You! What are you doing on Gex Road? Where's Gek? Who are you?
No time to waste.
Roll in my favor.
I am fury. I am death. In my best interest.
The lance board is set.
Victory awaits.
Gales had this devastating orb. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days.
Open up. Without delay.
The craft is ready to sail.
Weapon at ready, lass. Company's calling.
What do we got here? Dead hoon walking, seems like. Got any reason I shouldn't sever your head and...
Another belligerent dwarf? This is getting tiresome.
We'll see about...
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head.
I'll be... In that case, let's talk business. Your twat's old friend...
Couple of known slaves stuck with him, too. Look.
You absolute shaggers owe us a crapload of coin. You want through? Make a donation.
Deep gnomes, mostly. Easy to feed.
That a problem for you? Good. Now cough up the coin. I got shit to do. Unclog your hole. But I'm warning you. That twat soul ain't...
So we must save the drow first, then sever his head after. Oh, pleasantries like that.
Might be worth talking to some of the gnome slaves. Before they're worked to death, that is.
Didn't live here, though. Steps are too big.
Time to rest.
They don't have the imagination.
The skeleton.
Fascinating architecture. Doesn't match the style of any Underdark civilization that I know of.
A drow corpse. A trophy. And a warning.
Hey, stick shit!
It's stick pig, you piss pot.
That's what I said! Stick shit!
My mug's gone dry, stick shit.
You heard her, stick shit! Fit? Another,
piss pot.
You flirt. Now jump to it! Or it's up to...
I think we've found two dwergi. We're gonna get...
True soul, yeah? Tell the sergeant we won't move a pebble. You just take one. They're swarming the place. They'll squirm a bit, maybe give you... All it takes is a stiff crop to get them in line. And you'll appreciate how few shits I have... Hey!
Coming right up. Piss.
Stick shit talks like...
And then shagged it.
Here's to smug! No!
Just so.
Shit. You got one of Nair's moon lanterns, Jarg? So, if you're heading Moonrise way, you ain't getting...
Toplands are clogged with the Death Dark. Choke you in no time.
Well, damn. And going up, take a stroll. Long as...
We were warned about the curse. Can't say I fancy our chances without a moon lantern. A stab in the dark it is.
That drow, Nair, is going to be on his last gasp unless someone digs him out. Though, not necessarily our concern, of course.
So, are we saving this Nair from suffocate? I'm fine with either, naturally. The last thing I want to do is ruin these nails digging through rock. I could not agree more. To hells with them all.
Nasty way to go. Suffocating slowly under a ton of rubble. Not a fate I'd personally relish.
Good thing you got me.
I am enjoying our walks together. Aren't you, gang?
Sure. In silence.
Do you need help, Icaron?
No, I've got it.
If we get separated, we'll need to break camp fast, remember?
Don't be breaking your back before we get to Baldur's Gate.
I won't. I'm not 10 anymore.
Don't I know it? But there's 2 more boxes after this one.
By the trees. I don't know what, but you've solved both those problems in one go. Of course. May you keep balance.
Can't sounds fun.
Haste. I would have words with you.
We need to get that near guy unstuck, or those gnomes are done for. Come on.
Looks like your troops all trooped up. You'll need to send someone packing if you want me to join. Let's hop.
This true soul near's stuck behind a rockfall, is he? I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in. Ready and willing.
Thought I sensed an infernal around here.
I spent a good bit of time in the hells. Enlisted, the devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too.
A little gift from Zariel.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning up.
Be my guest. But don't get too close, or your eyes will...
Phew! You really are burning up. I might be able to help, but I'd need infernal iron. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Vernus.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine.
I've sensed some during our travels. It has a...
Meanwhile, I've still got plenty of weapons and armor in stock if you're looking to load up. Forged from the heart. Damn druids.
Who uses wood?
So, Will with a Y. Why?
Why? That's right.
But why?
Why? A great uncle's name, my father said. But I just figured he couldn't spell.
She is still ravenous, her mind a hungry pit. The flesh of the survivors wasn't enough to satisfy her. Sensing your presence, the Knoll's tadpole rise. Its host will feast on Knoll flesh to control the hunt.